Hello folks, lonewolf360 here, back again for another fucking dang video, and for me to talk about Lone Wolf Discusses, which is a series which I've started a few months ago, where I pretty much talk about basic stuff which has been going on the internet, pretty much giving a basic overview about all the events that have been happening as of the current moment. So, how about we start with Last of Us 2, which I have to say, after watching the stream of Moist Critical about, the game and him playing it, I have to say, this game possibly has to be one of the most horrible games when it comes to story. And as someone which never even played the first Last of Us, I really feel sad for anyone which was actually hyped for this game. Because I'm not trying to say that the game is bad mainly due to gameplay, but as far as story, this game sucks ass. And I have to say, Naughty Dog and their writing team definitely need a redo, because what happened in this story was just incredibly disappointing. Now, I'm not trying to hate the voice actors or anything like that, or the programmers of the fucking game, but, if it weren't for the fact that, that the story was so garbage, I'm pretty sure that many people wouldn't be disappointed in the fucking game. And the craziest thing about this is that despite the bad writing and despite the story just being nothing more than a generic revenge plot to only kind of enforce the idea of, oh, revenge is bad, apparently people are trying to excuse that criticism with saying that, oh, you're just a homophobe if you do not like the fact that this game has a bad story. Like, no, because it's not the fact that Ellie is gay which makes the story bad. The thing which makes the story bad is the fact that the writing is horrible, and the fact that they literally turned the story of, a of a heartbroken guy and a kind of surrogate daughter to just a generic revenge plot just because. But apparently that's the case, and I have to say, you know what? The reviews have also been horrible, and Last of Us 2 probably will be one of those games in Naughty Dog's history which will probably have the worst reputation. Not only due to it possibly ruining a franchise if there's even another game after this, but mainly due to the fact that it pretty much just had all that hype that was surrounding it for those few years just to be, just taken away, disappointed in mere seconds. I know that, writing games is something which is a really tedious thing to do, especially with, many of the factors that come into writing, and especially with the development cycle and deadlines. But man, they just really fucked up with this game. So, now that I'm done talking about Last of Us 2, I think this is the part where I start talking about Belle Delphine and her grand return to the internet. Now, if you guys have no idea who Belle Delphine is, I think my best explanation to give you is that girl which apparently posts some very lewd photos, and also that girl which sold her bath water for like 30 bucks and had that shit sold, to where she had a bunch of people on YouTube literally slurping that shit up like it was a goddamn fucking slurp juice from Fortnite or some shit. And I have to say, yeah, apparently she's made a return to the internet, and just like in the Division where they activated like all the sleeper agents to go save New York City, apparently she's activated like all the sleeper simps on the internet, and I have to say, this is something which I was not expecting. Normally when it comes to something like this, it normally would be a bad thing, but apparently she's gotten like 1 million views in not so long with her video being age restricted for some apparent reason, and now that's the case. I'm not really sure how to describe this, but you know what, this is something which is just kind of weird and was kind of expected out of nowhere. But I think this is the part where I get into the last subject of this video. Now, not so long ago, when I made a video on Sky Jackson, I mentioned about how she pretty much was going after people and pretty much just doxing them. She was asking her fans to do it, and she was deliberately going out of her way to make sure that these people literally were having their lives ruined. Rather if it was them not going to college, or rather if it was them, I don't know, doing something along the lines of, I don't know, oh yeah, having their jobs taken away. And I have to say, you know what, that was a pretty fucked up thing to do. But as of recently, it was said that that kid, which she literally, doxed, like literally a fucking child. As of recently, it seems like Sky Jackson literally put a family in fucking poverty, had the dad lose his job along with his mom, and the fact that she got away with the shit is fucking ridiculous. But apparently, this got the internet to go and do their thing to actually return the favor to Sky. And then return the favor to Sky, I mean quite literally fucking start ending her career on Twitter. Now, I'm not sure if she's doing a whole damage control thing for now, or if she's actually pretty much blocked everyone against her. But I could assume that hopefully this will lead to her getting her mind fucking put on straight, or hopefully that the same thing eventually happens to her, with, I don't know, her losing all validity, or of her career overall being permanently ruined by literally going out of her way to go dox people. Because in all honesty, I personally believe that if you're gonna be a public figure that's gonna go out of your way to go and mess with someone else's life, like with their source of income or their education, just because you want to call someone out and try and feel like you're morally righteous or something, I think you're more the bad guy than the people which you're trying to call out, in all honesty. So, I think this is the part where I get near the end of the video and eventually sign off. So, let's get there. So, I know that this may seem a bit out of place, but as of recently, I've just been feeling a bit, demotivated for making videos. Like, because normally, I make a video, I wait to see how the video performs, then I just go on with my day. But normally, as of recently, things have changed to where it feels like YouTube's system is, like, actively screwing me over. Like, rather by it not pushing out notifications or even recommending the video, or in some cases, probably not even, like, giving the video a chance, while some apparently just thrive. I'm not sure if it's just me, with me trying, like, with me trying to, like, branch out, like, from the standard commentary videos, or if it's YouTube's system. But with the low performance on some videos, like the more experimental ones where I try and talk about different things other than, gaming, and then also with me just, just trying to talk about standard stuff, and with there barely even being any channel growth, I just kind of feel like the work that I put is almost being, like, put into nothing, especially, like, rather if barely anyone watches what I'm doing, or if barely, anyone gives any feedback. So, I just wanted to make that clear here, not trying to sound like, oh, my channel's dying and stuff. I just wanted to point out something which I felt a bit concerned about. Well, other than that, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lone Wolf Discusses, and I'll be seeing you in another week, day, or whenever so. I hope you enjoyed this video, folks, and Lone Wolf 360 out. Later.